Hey guys, it's He Dude. I guess I wanted to make a video just randomly out of nowhere talking about you know, it's probably been a thing for a long time, like video game background music. When like before you start the game, it just has some random background music from the game playing before you even start it. Which personally, but yeah, some of these pictures I took just now, whenever I was like, before I started, recording for this video, I was like I always thought this was like a pretty cool feature they had on. I don't know if PS5 is like the only console they have this on, but it's like I notice that. I mean, every time I'm like scrolling through some of the games on here, like Hogwarts Legacy, GTA, any of the games, well, pretty much most of the games have background music or something. Which again, I think it's like like a pretty like not pretty novel feature to be honest. I mean, hell, even Mortal Kombat One, Chaos Regions, that's what it is, has that. Which I noticed they did change the background music, because that's definitely not what it was before. I'm guessing it was like a major update that they made to the game. But the one thing I noticed is a game I've been playing a little bit of was it for 7 hours straight, or not for 7 hours straight, but I've been playing 7 hours of the game only. Biomune, which I noticed that doesn't have background music, which I don't understand why it doesn't, because I don't know. Even God of War 2018, and again, it's like I don't understand why that one don't have background music either. It's like it just plays the normal PlayStation 5 music that's been on the console since, well, the very beginning when it first came out. And the one thing I did wonder, like before researching for this video, is if Xbox has that, and I guess it does. And I'm like, I didn't know, because again, I mean, the only ones, I played, which I mean, again, I didn't know much about that, because I mean, the only consoles I basically played of Microsoft's Xbox is Xbox 360, and I basically got another one not too long ago, and I still think it's a pretty, really, really good console. I mean, some of the games for it, I mean, I have like Star Wars, The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are pretty good, but yeah, I mean, I still think it's a pretty good console. The one thing I did not realize was how badass the intro for Xbox One, or wait, was it um Xbox One X. I mean, I looked it up just now to see if I remember, but yeah, it was Xbox One X. It just basically an Xbox console chip starting up. I'm like, that was so cool. I mean, again, I didn't even I don't even think background music for other games before you just start the game up was even really a thing when the Game Boy, or not Game Boy, and Nintendo GameCube was even a thing, um, or when Microsoft and Sony's PlayStation 2, or when Xbox, the very first original Xbox came out. I'm like, I don't even think background music like for video games was even a thing back in 2000 or 2001, even in 1994 when the first PlayStation came out. I'm like, again, it was like their PlayStation's, I want to say, one of their very first consoles that Sony made like 30 years ago, and it's like they've been celebrating that just a teeny bit on the PlayStation 5. But yeah, I just now looked it up, and I mean, I guess apparently it wasn't really a thing on their console yet, way back in 1994. I mean, I guess they had to use or just make do with what they had, which makes somewhat a bit of sense, because they didn't have much technology to work with back then, even though it was 1994. But yeah, I guess that's it today for me talking about video game background music. It kind of made me a little bit curious and some shit. And not to mention, I just wanted to make a video talking about that. So it's been a thing that's kind of made me a little bit curious for a while now. I mean, it wasn't really a thing that kind of, you know, caught my eye until later on. I was like, oh, this is just sort of an interesting feature that they decided to have on the consoles. To be honest, I will admit it's one of my favorite features. But yeah, I guess leave a comment below if you guys want to subscribe, share, see you guys later. Peace out.